I wonder if maybe Ephir is here. Tadgin. What's up here?
Oi, Noel. What if I pulled Excalibur from that stone, but it broke, but only at the tip? Would I still get to be king, or not?
You're so daft, Randall. Some magical lass living in a lake gave the king the sword when he broke his own bashing four-armed skulls.
So, the one in the stone, what's that called? It's not Excalibur, is it?
Nah, the one in the stone was called, don't know. Sword in the stone, I guess.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sod it.
Stands to reason.
Whatever. So, if I pulled the sword in the stone from the, stone, and it broke, but only a little, would I still get to be king?
What? No. You'd have to pull out all of it. Only the one who pulls out the sword gets to be king, yeah? Not the one who pulls out a bit of the sword.
Right, but if you have a sword and it breaks, do you tell everyone that you have a sword or that you have a piece of the sword? Besides, you can always take it to the smith and he can fix a new tip.
But if he fixes a new tip, it won't be the same sword.
Are you off your knocker? How's it not the same sword? So, what is it now? A plowshare?
A shit share.
Interesting.
Listen, just listen to me.
Conversation.
You've got it all wrong. You've got a sword, right? And then the tip breaks off, so you attach a new one, right? But then, let's just say it breaks again.
That's one shitty sword you have there.
True.
Now, listen to me. Now, damn it. It breaks off, so you fix it with a new piece again. And then it happens again, and again, and again. Until you finally get yourself a whole new blade from the smith. So get this. If the whole blade was replaced, is it still the same sword?
Well, no, it isn't.
There you have it. You just need to be, what's the word? Rational.
Fine. Now let's have a drink. My throat's drier than a priestess purse.
That's some conversation.
See, now you sound rational.
Interesting. All this is stealing, unfortunately. So there is this guy I can talk to. Nothing over here. Elisa.
You see that? Not one, but two noble ladies in a tavern tonight. That's a rare sight around here.
Aye, I saw 'em. You don't see their kind much in places like this. Makes you wonder what brings 'em down here.
One's Lady Elaine, a scholar from Farshire. Thought about talking to her, but I'd probably just make an ass of myself.
Elaine, eh? Yeah, she's known for her smart. Better keep your mouth shut around her, unless you want to feel about as sharp as a blunt axe.
And the other one, Lady Elisa.
We just saw her.
Not as smart as Elaine, but she's certainly posh. Got the airs of royalty without the smarts to back it up.
Ha! Elisa, yeah. She's got the looks, but don't expect her to be cracking any books. Doesn't need to. Not with that Duncan by her side. Though from what I've seen, they don't seem to like each other all that much.
Yeah, I've noticed. They sit together but act like strangers. Makes you wonder why they even bother.
Probably all for show. I reckon Duncan's got his own problems. But Elisa, she's too wrapped up in herself to notice. Can't you take a hint?
Okay,
You see
they're
that?
busy.
Not one.
There's Elaine who they were talking about. Is there anything interesting back here? Doesn't look like it. No. Let's check upstairs and we'll start talking to some of these people down here. Unauthorized entry to the castle grounds will be strictly punished. Okay. Just some records. Mansad.
Oi. You're not from around here, are you? Come on. Sit down and tell me something about the world out there.
What do you want to know?
Don't know. If I knew what to ask, I'd have asked it already.
There's not much to tell. It's the same everywhere.
Now that I believe. Everywhere's a mess. Even here. I remember when we were held in the same regard as Camelot. Look at us now. Not taken in wimps. It's nothing like the old days.
Things were better back then?
You bet they were. It's all been falling apart ever since they put Captain Brendan in charge. That one's got two coins where his eyes should be, if you ask me. Doesn't care about anyone or anything. He's just looking out for his own skin. Worst captain I ever served under, no doubt. Not that I serve anymore. I'm retired now.
Anything interesting happen around here?
Filth everywhere. And it reeks of fish. Everyone's terrified of the weirdness. It's hard to believe I've lived long enough to see times like these. Not that long ago, we used to scare kids with stories about the weirdness. And now? Grown men wet themselves if we tell the same tales. Honestly, I'm done with it all. I don't even recognize this world anymore. And I don't want to.
And what do you think of Fergus?
Don't even get me started. Fergus always claims he's busy, but for the life of me, I can't figure out what he actually does. Probably just pretends to work. I talk to Riderick from the museum sometimes, but that one's a real know-it-all. We always end up arguing about how things used to be. If you ask me, they're all just as bad as each other. It's never gonna be the same again. My brothers are gone, and I'm left here, all alone.
Tell me about the old traditions in the Horns of the South.
We had a beautiful tradition. Choosing new keepers was done differently back then. You had to lie down and sleep in a special spot, but that's all I'm gonna say. It's a secret, and it looks like it'll die with me.
Do you remember the sunken village?
Of course I do. In my day, it wasn't sunken. It was a beautiful, lively place. Pilgrims would visit the All-Mother's Temple and Excalibur, and end up in the village. It broke my heart when I heard about the flooding. They say the Druids caused it, but who really knows? It doesn't matter now, who did or didn't do what. It's over, that's all. Now go on, leave me, like everyone else has. There's nobody left with any sense to talk to.
Oh, that's rude. Here I did. Take my time out of my day to talk to you. Let's talk to this guy, then we'll talk to the two ladies.
Who are you? Another refugee? This place is already crawling with your lot. It's like a Camelosian privy after a feast. In my day, you only saw old, familiar faces round here. And maybe we didn't all love each other, but a local is a local. It was easier to share with others, even when you didn't have much.
I'm not a refugee.
That's so. Fine. Whatever you say. But yeah, I could see that you don't really look like one of them. Just pass them through then. Shame it had to be now. Not so long ago, we'd have sat down and had a drink with the rest of the lads. Now I come here alone.
So what's this about the refugees?
You asking me? They came here and made themselves at home. I ain't talking to any of them.
How was the keep when you served?
Orderly. No damn rabble begging at the gates and eating us at a house and home. Yeah, back then, sure, civilians came and went. But housing them, feeding them? We had a rule. No freeloading. But I guess that went out the window, along with our pride.
What do you mean you've lost your pride?
It used to mean something to be a keeper. You could come in off the streets and keepers would make a man out of you. Now, Bunch of spoiled lordlings sold off to Brandon by their daddies for a bag of gold. Treated like they're made of glass. Soft. Weak. The lot of them. What's there to be proud of?
If you hadn't failed as protectors of the South, they wouldn't be here.
You watch your damn mouth. We did everything we could. I've said it before. We need a whole damn army to keep this region in check. And besides, how do you know these leeches are even telling the truth? Every village wiped out. Just like that? Give me a break. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Is there anything interesting in the village?
Do you see anything interesting around here? There's this tavern, and plenty of fish in the sea. Decent place to retire, but not much else. Well, if you're looking to sightsee, try the sunken village. Just don't let the locals tear you to shreds.
Why are you sitting here on your own?
I don't know, but you could put something on the table, and then maybe we can talk.
Okay. 5 wealth.
Thank you. That's better. We used to come here, the three of us. Me, Berg, and Fedley. But lately, something's gotten into Berg, and it all kinda fell apart. Hell knows what happened. One day he just stopped talking to us. We went to his house to get him, but he only cursed a blue streak at us. Say, mate, do you feel like talking to an old obla? I feel bad for him, but I've got no more patience. And Finley. Let's just say Finley's no good at this stuff.
I'll speak with him.
Now you're talking. Ever since he got so maudlin, Berg usually sits alone by the sea. Let me know what's wrong with him.
That's probably who I went to speak with before, and he was just silent. Let's talk to these ladies. First, Elisa.
Excuse me, could you get me a clean glass? And I mean clean, not just wiped 3 times with a dirty rag.
I'm sorry, but who are you?
My name is Alyssa Murray, and I'm here with my husband, a very important cloth merchant. But surely you must have heard about our family.
Nope.
Not to brag, but we are rather prominent. I am famed amongst Camelot's courtiers for throwing the most magnificent feasts.
Your dress is unique.
Thank you. I designed it myself. I wanted to blend in with the people of the South. The savage tribes, the brave lightkeepers. I wanted to make an homage to them with my new style, and I do believe I've succeeded. I can feel everyone here gazing at me with awe.
Yes, definitely everyone says your dress is quite exquisite.
Give it a few weeks and everyone here will be trying to copy me. It happens in Camelot all the time. It's almost insufferable.
What are you doing in the South?
Well, my Duncan is here on business, of course. A very important contract with the Lightkeepers. I decided to accompany him because I have never been to the South, and I've heard so much about its wild, untamed beauty. So far, it's turned out to be terribly dull. And the smell... it's like stale fish and sweat. Hopefully I don't have to suffer it much longer. Pray, tell me, do you know anyone here who would run a small
Another quest.
errand for me?
What kind of errand?
Oh, nothing major. You see, I've had my eye on this beautiful abandoned estate overlooking the sea. It's not very far from here, but it's far enough away from all this rabble. If we stay here for a while, I need a place for myself. You understand that, right? No offense, but I can't keep living in a filthy room at an inn. When I asked the innkeeper to draw me a bath, he brought me a bucket. A bucket! Can you imagine?
Oh no, I don't think I can. That sounds like a terrible ordeal.
Finally, someone sympathetic to my plight. My Duncan has been heartless about it. He just keeps going on about how I was the one who wanted to come here. He told me to deal with it. Can you believe that?
Wow.
The nerve of the man.
Can't believe that guy. Wait, does he know about your plans for the estate?
Well, what he doesn't know can't hurt him, can it? He should be glad that I can take care of myself. I'm not like the other high-born women, sitting around waiting to be handed everything on a silver platter. And besides, he knows better than to say no to me.
Can we get to the point?
Fine. The problem is that the manor appears to have some occupants, not legal ones, mind you, who need to be evicted. Forcibly, if there's no other way. You'll do it for me, won't you, dear? Splendid. I can't wait to start decorating. Maybe something nautical, to go with the sound of the waves crashing on the cliffs? Or do you think that's a trifle trite?
Alright, another quest, and last person in the tavern. Elaine.
Hello, child. You look competent enough. I can see that you're not of noble blood. Oh, no need to tell me that. I've tutored the children of aristocrats from all over Avalon. Fortunately for you, my opinion of them is not particularly high. Oh, and you don't look like one of the locals. Are you a visitor? Or an adventurer?
Who are you?
You can talk. Now, I'm sure we'll get along. My name is Lady Elaine. I oversee the Farshire Library, the greatest collection of books in this part of Avalon.
Great to meet you. What are you doing here?
Oh, biding my time, until a brave adventurer with a death wish comes along and asks if there's anything they can help me with.
I can help you out. Tell me what you need.
Oh, surprising. I'm looking for someone who will help me find a certain artifact. So, are you interested, child?
Sounds good. What do you want me to do?
In one of my books, I found a reference to a certain object, a figure most likely, which had the ability to dispel the wordness like a min-hair can. Apparently, it can be found on the ship called Andraste, which sank over 100 years ago somewhere in this area.
Tell me about this book.
The Last Voyage of the Andraste by Elvis the Lightkeeper. He was one of the more notable keepers. In his waning years, he became an adjutant to Captain Lex. But it's best if you read it yourself. You can read, can't you? But just be very careful. This is a very rare publication. Read it very carefully, and after you're done, come to me, and I'll tell you more. Deal?
Fine. Could you hand me the book, my lady?
And they say young people don't want to learn anything. Come on, chop, chop, chop. Get to reading.
It was not a good place, especially not for humans. The odd instruments used for God knows what, the signs written in a strange language, and that disturbing figure. To this day, the mere memory of it makes me shiver, and to think that all of this was, and maybe still is, lurking so close to the horns of the south. If you ask me, they should bury the entrance to that mine and seal it forever. I tried to convince Captain Lex not to take anything from the accursed chambers, but he wouldn't listen. The four-armed figure didn't look like all that much to me, but I could see how alluring it was to the captain. It reminded me of those strange menhirs I heard about from the island villagers, not so impressive in stature. On the captain's order, we threw the cargo into the hold and steered towards the Isle of the Dead and its island asylum. Isle of the Dead. Writing these words and reflecting on everything that happened afterwards, I realized how cruel that name is. I was wrenched from my musings by a roaring sound, almost like a clap of thunder. It knocked me off my feet, flinging me at the mast like a rag doll. It took a while for me to realize that something had hit the bottom of the ship, something huge. Water flooded the deck. People were running around, screaming. Well, at least those who hadn't already been thrown overboard earlier. I had no idea what was happening. Did Nolly ram us into some rocks? Then came another blow, this time port side. That was when I saw her. Every sailor in the South has heard stories about the terror from the deep, and there she was. Her scaly body gleamed before my eyes for only a moment, but it was a sight I will never forget as long as I live. The ship was sinking, yet I could not stop staring at the spot where I had seen the sea monster. A moment later, a piece of the mast hit me in the head and I lost consciousness. To this day, I don't know whether I owe my survival to the will of the gods, a twist of fate, or a whim of the monster. Why me? Was I chosen to tell the story? If so, then that is what I shall do, and I humbly offer my thanks to forces I cannot comprehend for giving me the chance to fulfill this task.
And? Have you read The Last Voyage of the Andraste?
Yes.
Oh, splendid, splendid. Oh, it's an excellent book, don't you think? Now, let's test your reading comprehension.
Okay.
According to Elvis the Lightkeeper, in the mine near the Horns of the South, they found something that they...
A figure of a sea monster, or a figurine of a four-dweller, is one of those.
And you're telling me you've come back when...
It was other thing. It was a figure.
Good.
Figure.
That's right. This is the artifact I'm looking for. One that might be vital to repelling the wordness. According to Elvis's description, the figure is smaller than a menhir, and light enough that they were able to carry it to the ship without any trouble. Were it small, it would probably have been placed in Captain Lex's quarters instead of in the hold. I've estimated it should be about 1 meter tall. Good. Next question.
Okay.
What was the Andraste's destination?
The Island Asylum.
Correct. Be very careful with what I'm about to tell you. But some believe that the Red Priests are dedicated to studying the wordness instead of the Red Death. Captain Lex must have thought they'd pay him generously for a four-dweller artifact. Last question. What sank the Andraste?
Sea monster.
Yes, you did well, child. I can see that you were paying attention. According to Elvis, the Andraste was sunk by the legendary terror from the deep. But if you want to know more, ask your keeper friends. They should be much better informed. Now, all you need to do is find the wreck of the Andraste
Oh, is that all?
and retrieve the mysterious figure.
Okay. Where exactly does she sink?
Oh, if only I knew. It must have happened somewhere on the way between the Horns of the South and the Island Asylum. Oh, but where exactly? Fortunately, I know something that could help us. In the Horns of the South Museum, there are some extremely interesting books and documents lying around and collecting dust. Can you imagine having such treasures at hand and choosing to completely ignore them? Oh, barbarians. Among them, you'll find the Andraste's logbook, which was saved by Elvis. I've read it, of course, but I know nothing about sailing. I'm sure such a competent child as yourself will handle it much better. Go to the Horns of the South Museum, read the logbook, and then tell me whether you managed to locate the wreck of the Andraste.
Okay, another reason to go to that museum. We got a lot of experience for that one, 500. So let's go talk to the guy that's over here by the sea that was silent. Or was he? Oh, I thought she was a red priest for a second. Or he was. I don't think I can... Oh, I can interact with this area. No one's home. Here's a house. Oh, I can buy this house for 20,000 gold. Okay, that's my retirement, I guess. There he is. There's that silent guy. I still can't talk to him. Huh. Maybe it's this guy? Berg.
What do you want? Who are you?
Tadgin asked me to speak with you. He said something's gotten into you.
Ha! Guess he's got nobody else to get pissed with. Finley never liked drinking alone with him. Tagden tends to get into one of his moods. And? What? That's all? You're bothering me just because that old rascal is sitting alone in the inn with nobody to natter to. You people. Bugger off.
Oh, 50 experience. Okay, let's go talk to Berg again and tell him that he doesn't want to drink with him. Still need to find that Ephir guy. Oh, here he is. You, Finley. Tagan told me about Berg. Why aren't you drinking together anymore? He doesn't know. Okay. I need you to be more precise, but you know what happened to Berg? Okay, he knows what happened. He was too upset to talk. Did something happen recently? No, it wasn't recent. So it's something from the past. Yes. Where can I learn more about what happened? He doesn't know. Will Tag then tell me more? No. So I assume I can learn more outside the horns? Yes. Can you point me in the right direction? Okay. Oh, he's just pretending to scribble something. Okay. I should visit the place marked on my map. So he marked it on my map. Repairing the deck. Oh, that's all the way over there. Okay. Let's do another quest. Let's see. Gulban mentioned some abandoned dungeons beneath one of the watchtowers. That could be interesting. An abandoned dungeon beneath the watchtower. But it says here... Oh, that's not the one I was looking for. I guess I didn't double click it. I need permission to enter. There. Maybe Ephir is still in the main town. In the keep. I did tell this guy I would come talk to him once I gave the guy his medicine. Let's see if he has anything else to say about his father. Talk to your father. Seems you two are in conflict.
It's no secret. He's just an old, bitter man who hates the entire world. And I'm a part of it, so, well, it is what it is. That's all.
Your father told me about a story about his friends who died on a mission.
He told that tale about the tunnels more times than I can count. To anyone who'll listen. But these days, it seems nobody does anymore. I've heard it plenty of times already, believe me. To him, those old friends of his were everything. They meant more than his own son, that's for sure. He'd go on and on about it. If I'd been there, if I'd gone with him, he won't let it go. Sometimes I think that if Fergus had let him go into those tunnels and meet the same end as his brothers, he might have found his peace. Or at least quit drinking.
Why won't Turnin let you in?
Because he received orders not to let any keeper through without a pass. And I don't have one. I've already used mine. Guess what I used it on? That's right, bringing medicine to my father. When that idiot gets an order, he's like a priest who stumbled into an orgy. He's got a stick up his ass. Nothing gets through him.
Are the keepers allowed to have wives and children?
Not all keepers have been here their entire life, you know? He got me before he joined the Horns. Serves me right for wanting to find him, stupid son of a bitch. If only I knew what it would entail.
Did you regret becoming a keeper?
I don't know. Following my old man here was all I ever wanted. Never saw myself as anything else. Tried picturing myself as a husband, a father once. But, nah. I wouldn't know how to raise a kid. I'd just mess them up. Like father, like son, I guess.
So, can anyone become a keeper, no matter their age?
Well, no, of course not. We're not priestesses of the Old Mother. A woman can be an old crone and still devote herself to the All Mother. But a man's got to have some fight left in him to be a keeper. Old enough to hold a sword, young enough to not break under its weight. We all got different roles around the keep, sure. But at the core, we're warriors. Don't forget that.
Why the second lighthouse?
If I had a gold coin for every time someone asked me that, I could fund the damn thing myself. Look, it's Camelot's orders. I get paid to follow them, not to question them. If they want to throw money at us to keep up appearances, that's their problem. I'm not about to stop them. See you around.
See you around. Okay, well, I did his mission. His father got the medicine. Sucks that he used his only pass to get his father the medicine. It's very selfless of him. This would be interesting to find out the dungeon under the watchtower. Sounds quite interesting. Let me check around up here. Haven't really explored much around these towers.
If you just stay put, everything will be just fine.
Wylan.
There you are, finally. Do you have what I need?
Nope.
What are you waiting for?
I guess not, sorry. I did remember speaking to you earlier. I forgot you needed something. My bad. Oh, got some swords. Oh, nice. Some goodies. Who is this? Fuko.
Were you at the pledge? I didn't see you.
I'm new here, still learning.
Yeah. Victory over
He
health.
seems pretty tired.
Honor over life.
You look tired.
Yeah. Bandits, tribes, Sodom all. Sleep, damn it, is the worst son of a bitch I ever fought. No sleeping, though. The service is eternal. Where would we be if Seawall took naps all the time? You need to serve. Not...
How long have you been awake?
I shut my eyes for about 15 minutes every day. Sometimes 20. Besides, a true keeper doesn't sleep. He keeps watch. The Old Mother will reward me after I'm dead. But I'm not gonna lie. That potion from Eber, our physician, works miracles. You could stand on the walls all day and night and not even think about closing your eyes.
Couldn't you ask him for more?
What? Listen, pal, I never asked. I just came in the evenings when I was getting sleepy and took it. And then Yan put it somewhere else. Keeper's vigor. Good stuff.
You know, I think some sleep would do you some good.
Shows what you know. Once more, call to this glorious service by the grace of the sea.
This guy, he is done for. Oh, is that wine? And an apple? What else we got here? Some barrels, but sheep's head, canine meat, egg, raspberry wolfsbane. Okay, that's just a drop down. I don't know if that'll hurt. Let's go back the way we came instead.
Stay quiet, stay safe.
Oh, where is this going to? Oh, looks like their little barracks. They got some chickens here. All this is stealing. Who are you? Eogan.
Watch the feet.
Feet where?
Your feet. And my priceless seedlings. I swear, your nosiness will be the death of you.
Okay, that was it. There's a lot of chickens.
The less attention, the better.
Okay, now let's get down. Looks like the guy that we need to talk to is probably gone for the day. Everybody's going to their houses, resting up. Rolf? Where is this F-Theater guy? Maybe he's in there with the keep. Maybe he's with the captain. Fergus. Jans. Maybe he has a house nearby? That's nothing. What about this? Barracks. Let's check out the barracks. Everybody's just sleeping. Yogan, Rurik, Lonzo, Rolf. Okay. Nobody that is if here. What's over here? Oh, that's not even a door. I think it is, but it's not. Jail. Maybe he's in jail. We haven't been to the jail. Balthazar.
What do you need? This is a prison, not a museum. We don't admire here. We punish. At least, that's what they tell me to say. I'm supposed to be intimidating. Grrr. So the prisoners are scared of me.
Okay, what are you selling? Oh, he has an arm. Cut off hand. I can use that as a weapon. It actually does more damage than my current weapon. That's interesting. I should buy it. We should buy it. We should wield it. That's great. Okay, we're gonna use this for a little bit.
Good day.
For a prison guard, you seem pretty content.
Because I am. I asked for this post. Just to get some peace, quiet, and warmth. No useless small talk. No shrieking seagulls. And none of that cursed biting wind. I'm telling you, it's heaven.
He's got a point.
And I get to read my
Pretty
books
cozy.
too. So if you've got anything interesting...
Got anyone interesting here?
Usually, it's nothing but interesting, folks. I'm telling you, in these crazy times, every one of them comes in with some wild tale. But right now, quiet as can be. Good thing I've got my books. All my adventures are in there these days.
That's
Safe
nice.
travel.
He has a good gig if you think about it. He just gets to sit here, eat, drink, smoke, read his books. He doesn't have to worry about anything. Mahan. Heard about him.
Who are you? What do you want? I don't recognize your face.
Are you a keeper? Why are you in a cell?
I am. They told me it's for my safety and the safety of others. I don't like it. The keep is supposed to be my home. And yet here I am, locked in a damn jail.
Have you had strange dreams lately?
What? Yes, to be honest. I feel like I'm constantly living in a nightmare. I dream about something hidden deep, like it's between this world and another.
What happened to you?
That cursed madman from the refugee group bit me.
Oh, Cole.
Cole? The boys told me he's locked up in a cage now.
This is who Cole bit.
That's the proper place for animals like him. By the All Mother, if I'd known he was carrying some foul disease, I wouldn't have gone near them.
Why'd he bite you?
He's just mad. I told the others the group of refugees would bring no good here. And as you can see, I wasn't wrong. Cursed bastards.
How would you describe what's happening to you?
Damned if I know. Whenever I've had a fever or cold before, I could always explain it. But this, I can't find the words. Sometimes it feels like I'm fading away. Like the part of me that makes me who I am is disappearing. I don't know how to describe it. And there's a voice at times. It calls to me. Each night it draws nearer.
What is this voice?
Like a dreadful howl. Not at all human, that's for sure. At times, I hear our words within it. but more often it's like a noise from deep within the bowels of the earth. Like something very wicked.
Can I help you somehow?
The medic and that red priest both came to see me. Both shrugged, offering no cure. Heber says I should wait. But if you've got anything stronger to drink, I wouldn't say no. It might ease the pain, even just for a little.
Sure, I can do that. Here, take it.
Thanks. That's really nice of you. Hold fast and steer clear of those strangers.
Okay. Got to help him out a little bit. Nobody's in here. And nobody's in here either. Let's exit. So there's the jail. Got to visit that. Quite nice. Let's see. Anything up here? There's a guard. Butter. Fiber. Wood cutting axe. Oh, I could have just got that, but I bought one. Can't talk to you. Let's go around the top portion over here. Keeper
Are
Dan.
you here to keep me company or put me out of my misery?
What?
Just kidding. Love the view, but this weather is killing me.
Yeah, the rain. Is it always so windy here?
Always windy. Always moist.
So it's like Seattle. Maybe your clothes are too thin.
You don't say. I didn't choose to be here. Our beloved quartermaster sent me to freeze my arse off. He said as punishment for spitting on the good name of the keepers. Whatever the hell that means. I just got drunk in the tavern and lost half my pay. And maybe some of my clothes. But I mean, why would he even care? It was my gold. I can spend it how I please.
So I assume there's something you need?
Oh, aye. I need a warm coat. And I mean the absolute warmest coat you can get, huh? Osprey might have something in stock or know how to make one. I'd ask myself, but he's not exactly speaking with me these days.
Sure, I'll get you something.
Thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you.
That's easy. He's sleeping right now, but once he wakes... Oh, there's the moon. Once he awakes, I can get you a coat. Another little quest we got. It's locked. It says it's red, so I wonder if that's stealing. Let's crouch just in case. Medium difficulty. Got it. Leather boots. Hitting an enemy immobilizes them for 5 seconds. This can occur once every 60 seconds. Okay. It's a little less armor. That's an interesting ability. Oh. No, just a plate. I already got everything else. Okay, who's this? Keeper Pate.
Hey, tell me. Can you read?
Yes, I can read.
Listen, I'm no good with words. Could you read me a letter from my sister?
Sure.
She's learning how to read and write. Can you believe it? She writes letters to me. I'm so
Hopefully
proud
she's
of
not
her.
dead. This would be awkward. I'll read it for you.
Oh, thanks. Here's the letter.
Brother, it ain't good news, sorry. Few red priests came. They wanted to take Mum and some other folks because of the plague. Our dad and some other man did not agree. There was fight and father got killed. Now I'm taking care of Mom. She's feeling more and more weak. We don't know if the priests are going to come back or what. It's hard, but she asked me to send her love. She's and tell you to keep going and do good things because that's the most important thing. It's me, Enid. I'm praying for you.
And what did it say? Everyone's healthy?
No. I'm sorry. Something terrible happened.
No, you must have misunderstood something. What do I do now? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I should go back to him, right?
No. Let's see, you might get caught, you'd be accused of desertion and killed. It won't change a thing. I'm gonna say this one.
I guess. I guess that's true. Yes. Excuse me. I need to be alone.
Okay. Read him his letter. Groats. Apple. Wine. Groats. Oats. Spirit. Milk. Oh, here's another keeper.
What do you
Alar.
think of scale armor?
What?
Scale armor. What do you think of it? The ones all the keepers wear.
I think there's better to be had out there, honestly.
Sure. Maybe it's easy to make and doesn't restrict movement, but it doesn't provide the best protection. Someone just needs to stab you between the scales and you're done for.
True.
Lamella armor is much better. That will prevent you from being run through with a polearm or getting shot with a bow. It's also much more comfortable.
How do you know so much about armor?
I read a lot about it. In Volume 4 of the Armourer's Almanac, Arden's Shadowblade describes the differences between various types of armour. For example, chainmail allows for a good range of movement, but it's heavy. It also provides poor protection against blunt weapons, and its production is laborious.
So you've never worn any other armor apart from what you're wearing now?
No, but I have knowledge from books and a lot of thoughts on the subject, so I know what it would be like to wear different armour.
Who's Arden Shadowblade?
Shadowblade is a moniker. Arden is passionate about weapons and armour. He has great knowledge of materials, techniques and history. A true expert. Everything he writes is interesting. I would love to meet him one day.
Why don't you tell the quartermaster of blacksmith that limular armor is better?
I told them, but they both said I know jack shit. Besides, the keepers rarely go outside the walls nowadays. Then the quartermaster added that if I don't like our equipment, he could send me out scouting in just my underwear.
Then maybe don't raise the topic anymore?
Perhaps you're right. But if somebody ever stabs me under the scales, I'll go straight to the quartermaster and give him an earful.
Do you know how to make lamellar armor?
Oh, of course. I mean, I've never made one. I'm not an armourer. But I've read so much about it that I'm sure it won't be a problem. Here's the page from the Armourer's Almanac that explains the process.
Ooh. Thank you. I designed my lamellar armor based on the illustration from page 38 of Merfin's The Great War, likely from late 3rd or early 4th century. The original depicted Camelot's infantry wearing lamellar plates bound with leather straps. I replaced the leather with steel, prioritizing chest protection. The armor passed my shooting test. Of 5 bolts fired from the 10 steps, only 2 partially penetrated. While some might criticize the steel's tempering or the crossbow's tension, the result still validates the armor's strength. The design offers excellent mobility, likely even better than its original form. It surpasses scale armor, protecting against upward strikes, and is faster produced than chainmail or plate. And the best of all, it looks fantastic. Oh, okay. So we went all throughout here. I haven't seen the guide to talk about Katrine's death. Maybe he only comes out during the day. I was really hoping to find him. Maybe he's... I haven't checked in here, I guess. Captain's quarters. Keeper's boots. A lot of stealing. Don't want to steal. Unless it's gold. I don't really care about the food. Nothing down here. Nobody's to be seen. Interesting artifacts. Okay, let's go rest. We'll have to wait in the morning. See what we can find. And then hopefully we can talk about the dungeon under the watchtower. That'd be good to know about.